Now that we have bones, I'm kind of tempted to tame some dogs. Just for the fun of it. I could use some companions. And so let's see how many of them we can get. And let's see how long they manage to live. I don't think I've tamed a wolf in Minecraft in... Gee, I don't know how long it's been. And so I understand they go after skeletons, which could be nice next time we go caving. I think I've got 5 of them already. That's probably good enough. We'll see if they manage to stay with me. We'll see if they end up... I don't think they can push you around anymore. So I don't have to worry about them pushing me off of ledges, I don't think. Yeah, we'll see if they end up being an entertaining and helpful group of folks. Or if they end up being awful. Who knows? But now I think I have 6 dogs. Look out, world! And I actually did just go and take a quick break to look at the biomes, and it seems that a jungle is kind of a medium temperature biome. Kind of like plains and dark oak forest and those types of things, and so be more likely to find it near these other biomes, swamp. And so I'm in kind of the right temperature right now to possibly, run into a jungle biome at some point. And so that's good. If I do run into any cold biomes, any places where it's snowing, cold taiga, and places like that, then I definitely want to try to steer in a different direction, because those are not going to help me. And I guess since I have you guys here along with me, my inventory is going crazy. Yeah, I don't have a good sense of how much of people have experienced minor inventory problems, like more so than you do just kind of during normal Minecraft while playing the map, and I don't know how much of it is the snapshot and how much of it is related to the clear commands that are trying to test your inventory to see if you've gotten items and different things. Oh, oh, the dogs have teleported into trees, and so half of them have already died, it sounds like. And wow, this is like just a normal cave. Oh no, there is a ravine over here. Actually, if there is a ravine over here, we have to check. All right, could be monsters, so let's be careful. You crazy guys! Don't die on me like 5 minutes after I get you. All right, I don't see an abandoned mine shaft in here. Just want to double check over here. Oh, another dead wolf. For those of you who really love doggies, I apologize for not being a good keeper of dogs, but I don't know that anyone in Minecraft is. And so, there was a creeper over there. Let's hope that he doesn't sneak up on me as well. If I could find the jungle... Oops, we're going to come up underneath the water. That's fine. The dogs will probably drown, but, you know, whatever happens, happens. Oh, dear. Let's see. Other things to talk about in terms of the map creation. I was mentioning earlier when the bone hadn't lit up, and I forgot that I simply hadn't teleported back to spawn to update the map. I did experience once during my testing with Berg. We were playing the game together and everything had been running smoothly. And then one of us got a piece of redstone dust, which is one of the objects on the map, and it didn't light up on the map even after we teleported back to spawn. Or actually, we didn't need to teleport back to spawn because we had an extra player. I had my extra account, Camera 2, was standing at spawn holding the maps on the white team. And so we were kind of like testing that aspect out. And one of the items was not updating. And so I was like, that's curious. Everything else is working. We've played this before. Redstone dust is lit up just fine. So what could have possibly gone wrong? And Berg was like, well, you've got camera 2 at spawn. Oh, right, the dogs are going to try to kill things as I hit them. That's right. That could be useful. I could feed the dogs and breed the dogs. I have a feeling that I will end up not enjoying that. And so I'm not going to do that, and if they happen to all die in the forest by teleporting into leaves or different things, then so be it. So we had this mysterious behavior where certain things were not registering on the bingo map. And so Berg is like, why don't you take camera 2 and just go and inspect the wiring and the redstone and whatnot? And I was like, that's a great idea. And so I went over to my second window, and I grabbed my camera account, who was already at spawn and was in creative mode, and had him go fly over up into the actual map where the, command blocks and redstone and comparators and everything are that are trying to test for the redstone dust in my inventory, which was not registering. And the way that this map works, if you've ever gone and flown around inside the redstone and whatnot in creative mode on your own, is there are a lot of hopper clocks, which I think I've mentioned in a previous episode, which basically, let me go ahead and try to sleep away this night. Hello, doggies. Do I still have 6 of you? I thought that at least one of you had died, but I could be wrong. Good job, guys. Way to stay alive. I crafted a bow at some point off camera because I had the resources to do it, although I only have 2 arrows. Right, so I go and I teleport, I go flying around into the redstone where there's these hopper clocks, which are basically 2 hoppers facing into each other, and there's an item. Oh, we're going to lose the dogs right here. Dogs, it's been fun knowing you. But Brian is about to go on an overseas adventure, and I have a feeling that you guys are not going to be able to teleport along for the ride. Oh, the dog sounds so sad. He's like, but I wanted to come with you, Brian. I wanted to be a part of your overseas adventures. Well, if the ocean happens to be very small, then perhaps you will be. But if not, dogs cannot teleport across water, across the ocean. And so if I go out of chunk rendering range or whatever, I think the dogs will just be left in unloaded chunks. And we'll never see them again. So it's been fun. Bye, guys! I'm trying to tell my story about this crazy bug. So hopper clocks, an item just goes back and forth between 2 hoppers, and when the game starts, it just summons a piece of dirt right above the hopper, and so like the piece of dirt falls into the hopper, and that's what originally like starts the hopper clock, and then they're just running all the time, and so like every second as they tick back and forth between the 2 hoppers, it goes and runs the command that goes and checks to clear your inventory of a particular item. So I go up to the hopper clock that is associated with the redstone dust that happened to be not working in this particular instance of the playthrough of the map that we were doing. And what do I see? This is amazing. What do I see? I see right next to the hopper, there's a little ledge of command blocks or whatever. There is a zombie standing on the ledge holding a piece of dirt. And so most of you can kind of figure out the rest. What had happened was I didn't have it all lit up right there. It happened to be nighttime when we started playing the game. Nighttime, you know, in the Minecraft world map or whatever. And so it was dark. A zombie had spawned right next to the hopper. And at the beginning of the game, when it summons the dirt item to go and fall into the hopper, the zombie had caught the piece of dirt before it fell into the hopper. And then thankfully, when zombies pick up items, they don't despawn. And so he was still there because he was just standing on a ledge and there was nowhere for him to go when we discovered the bug. And I just thought that was the most amazing and hilarious thing ever. For those of you who don't know, you can actually look on like Wikipedia, and there's a number of different stories about the origin of the word bug as it pertains to software. But one of the most popular, is that Admiral Grace Hopper, who someone pointed out is also amazing, because I was using hopper clocks. Grace Hopper was one of the first computer programmers, worked with some of the first computer systems, and at some point her crew was trying to debug computers, and this is, you know, back when computers were gigantic machines with, you know, cathode ray tubes and wires and leads that you'd manually hook up to this and that and the other, and circuitry everywhere and whatnot. And things weren't working, and when they were, you know, trying to figure out the cause of the problem, debugging the system, as we would say nowadays, they discovered that a moth had flown into some of the circuitry and like died and like shorted out some of the circuit components. And so it was an actual bug that had flown physically into the system. That was the bug in the system. And so that's one of the popular origin stories for the use of the word bug. And so I thought it was very funny that, you know, 70 years later or whatever, here we are in Minecraft. It probably wasn't 70 years. It's probably only been like 60 years since the Grace Hopper story, with another Hopper bug story, although this time it wasn't a moth, it was a zombie. But I thought that was absolutely hilarious. And I talked about the fact that I had to do all kinds of updates to the starting logic when you like press the button to start the game that I didn't plan out, and so there's a big mess of command blocks. And so some of the command blocks I had to add were, when you're going to start the game, it changes the game to peaceful so that all the hostile mobs will despawn, and then does the thing where it summons the items that are going to drop down into the hoppers. All right, we unfortunately have found a very big ocean here. I don't know how long I'm going to be sailing. Maybe we'll find a mushroom island. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a jungle. The thing I've been looking for the past, it's probably been over an hour, even in kind of like recording time, probably, and maybe an hour and a half of Brian actually playing the game. But yeah, it puts the game in peaceful so that all the mobs despawn, so we don't worry about zombies trying to steal our dirt that's supposed to fall in the hopper, and then goes and like does all the starting commands that summon the items and different things. And then when people actually get spread players and the game is about to start, then it actually changes the difficulty back to normal, and actually tells you in the chat that the difficulty has been set to normal. And if you want to play a different difficulty, then you can type in /difficulty and change it yourself. And the reason that I did that was because I didn't want to have zombies caught in my redstone screwing everything up like that had happened. But I was still just happy that it did happen, because it just makes for an amazing story, especially if you're a computer programmer and have had to deal with esoteric bugs in computer code before. That was a great esoteric Minecraft redstone bug that a zombie had gotten into the works and had stolen the piece of dirt that was supposed to be running the hopper clock. So I wanted to share that with you guys. All right. I still have at least one other bit to talk about, but I'm going to make another cut here. I will see you guys when I see you. Floating rose bush, you are so magical. It's always funny, the things that you find floating over lakes in Minecraft. I am continuing to explore. Still have seen lots of... Wow, there's another witch hut. Do I need another cauldron? No, I do not. Seen a bunch of other biomes, but I saw another mesa, another desert, a roofed forest, obviously. There's a birch wood thingy over there. Flower forests, things that I've seen over and over and over again. Still haven't managed to find a jungle. But since I have you guys back here, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about the next thing I can talk about, which is when I was checking out the YouTubes today, I happened to discover, at the time that I'm recording this, it's actually not up on YouTube, but they have like their own separate website where you can get videos early. The Yogscast, Simon and Lewis, Blue Cephos, Honeydew folks are playing Minecraft Bingo, which is just crazy town. And so I guess I feel successful in terms of like, did I make a map that is fun to play and that YouTubers would want to play and that makes for good, fun content to watch? I think the answer is yes, because there's been a lot of big YouTubers at this point who have played the map. And obviously it'd be nice if people who have seen the map then like come to my channel and download the map and possibly see any stuff that I've done and decide that they want to subscribe and hang around. I know I don't have exactly the same kind of target demographic audience that some of those other folks do. But yeah, if I manage to get a little bit of spill off from that, that would be great. But yes, it's definitely, I've mentioned it before, it's been very gratifying to see everybody who's been playing the map on YouTube that I've gotten a chance to watch, you know, whether you've got, you know, 5 subscribers or 500 subscribers or 5 million subscribers. It's been fun to go and watch. But those guys definitely, they're funny guys. They have some personality. And so, yeah, I was getting some laughs while watching them play through the map. And so I think that means that this is a success, and I'll have to make some updates to the map and think about any other crazy things we could do with the map. And there's still unexplored features of the map that are kind of built into the map that no one has discovered yet, and I haven't shared on camera yet. So maybe I'll do that at the end of this series. I'm not sure. I was kind of waiting for the right moment to show off. There's at least one other good, useful hidden feature in the bingo map in the gameplay that you might have already downloaded and might not be aware of. But I was kind of hoping to show that off on camera with a certain someone, and so we'll see if that ends up happening. In any case, I am back to sailing across another ocean, as I think I'm still heading to the west, yes. And yeah, I'm worried that another hour is going to pass and I'm never going to see a jungle. So wish me luck, and I'll see you guys when I see you. Here is an extreme hills that is pretty cool looking. Of course, my boat breaks quite a ways away from the shore because Minecraft. Boats. When will they ever get them right? But yeah, I just like this little overhang down here. It's a little dark underneath, but pretty cool looking. And yeah, I just wanted to show off that particular feature. Whoa, look at this landscape over here. I don't think I've ever seen a natural lava flow that was that large. That's pretty incredible. Got still some more extreme hills terrain rendering in over here. Yeah, I think I'm over quite a bit over 3 hours of actual gameplay at this point. Still have not found a jungle. This is just a quick progress update because I wanted to point out that awesome lava thing. And yeah, got some cool waterfalls and things over here as well. Crazy terrain. Wish me luck. Whoa! Look at this. There is a swamp hut built into the side of a mountain. Now this I've definitely never seen before in Minecraft. It like intersects with the dirt a little bit over here, and it's got dirt inside. I wonder if it still has all of the... I'm gonna hit F3 so you guys can see the coordinates. I presume that if you were to go to these coordinates in your own version of the Minecraft Bingo map, you'd see the same thing. But yeah, it still has all the kind of things inside, and it was just like a dirt mountain grew inside of that swamp hut, which is just crazy town. Yeah, I'm having fun seeing different things in Minecraft. The main different thing I would really like to see, though, is a jungle, and I still haven't seen one, and it looks like I found another ocean, and I am gonna have to take another break again in a few minutes, and oh dear, the series is never gonna end. Wish me luck! I saw this, and at first I thought it was some kind of generation error, but I guess is there some Birch Forest Hills M, which has super tall birch trees, I suppose. I think I might have run into this once before, but I'd forgotten about it until just now when I just saw it. I'm still looking for a jungle, and I just wanted to point that out. More biome exploration. Another day, another village, another blacksmith. Let's see if we can at least knock out a few more of the rare items over here. And just in case people are wondering, I do know that you can trade for cookies in the latest snapshot. I guess let's go ahead and get the nicest pickaxe we can. And I don't mind eating some apples for a little while. And let's see if there happens to be another blacksmith here. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I know that you can trade for cookies, but yeah, as I've mentioned before, I don't enjoy the villager trading, and it's a tier 4 trade. I actually looked it up on the wiki in the 1.8 snapshots with the farmer, and so we'd have to do multiple trades with the farmer in order to possibly even unlock the cookie trade. And we're just not interested in doing that. I want to find a jungle. I'm going to find it if it kills me, and it very well may kill me. Wish me luck. Here's something a little bit unusual. There is a desert well over here, and then right within sight of it, so here's one desert well right here, is another desert well over here. And so I don't know that I've ever seen two desert wells in such close proximity to one another before. And for just a moment, I saw those trees and thought it was a jungle. It is not. But look what's behind these desert wells. Hey, have they changed the structure of the desert well? For some reason it looks a little, ouch, looks a little different to me. It's another pyramid, and so perhaps we actually have an opportunity to cross off some more items on the list. Assuming there's no monsters in here or gonna explode the thing before I get in there. Let's go ahead and just kind of hop down in here. Don't hear any monsters. We'll break that block. So we get some sunshine, oops, streaming right down in. And see what this particular desert pyramid has for us. Disarm the trap. See, I've already got TNT in my inventory, and so I'll actually be able to grab all of this TNT. I guess I can just punch it with my fist so I'm not accidentally breaking blocks here. Oops. And what do we got? More bones, more diamond horse armor that I don't need. More of this stuff that I don't need. Emeralds! Hey, I actually will take the emeralds. In case we do end up having to resort to villager trading. I really don't want to. And more zombie flesh, which I'm also holding on to just in case I end up having to resort to villager trading. We're going to hope it doesn't come down to that. And I picked up some other blocks that I really don't need, and so I'm going to grab them. I've got some extra dirt, so we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll have dirt as blocks on our bar. And so once again, that was not particularly fruitful in terms of desert temples. We found a couple of them now, and neither of them have been particularly forthcoming when it comes to items that we need to still check off the bingo card. And so I shall continue to explore. And let's see, I just came from the desert temples over there. Since there was a desert here, I was like, okay, I'm going to walk across it. I think west is actually, oops. That was weird. I hit the wrong button. I meant to hit F3. I think west is actually, yeah, to my left. But I figured since there was a desert, I might as well run across it. And sure enough, we found a desert pyramid, which could have had some good stuff. And there's more desert over here. And desert and savanna are possible things that could be near a jungle. And so we might get lucky, we'll see. Well, the good news is that with all these deserts, I seem to be getting luckier in terms of structures. This desert pyramid temple, whatever, is rather buried. Actually curious to see. Yeah, it's just like this corner that you can actually see, so I'm glad I spotted it from a distance. Fortunately, the orange clay helps give it away. Ooh, whoa! There are bad guys in here. And with the train generator running, there might also be some lag. It's possible that there's also enemies down below who are going to cause this trap to go off, and so we need to worry about that as well. But it's a little bit fun to actually get a chance to play with some bad guys for once. So we haven't had to do a whole lot of that. I think, is that everybody? Let's make sure that we have... No, it is not. Yes, let's make sure that we kill all the mobs who are hiding out in here before we try to dig our way down, because this would definitely be the place if I was going to die. And let's see, we don't have any sun shining down, so it's going to be very dark in here. Can I see? Okay, there's no mobs down here. So as long as I don't screw up, I think we're okay. All right. A diamond! Hey! There is a new item on the bingo card. Woohoo! All right, we'll check that off in just a moment. Let's go ahead and fill up some of these things. More diamonds. Great. Might be able to make something. I'll take the emeralds. Sharpness 3 book. Sure, why not? It took long enough to actually find one of these that actually had some good stuff. And let's see. Sure, I'll even take more zombie flesh in case we end up doing the villager trading at some point. All right, well, that was nice. Nice to actually find a chest that had something useful for once. And let me go ahead and get rid of this block. All right, I'm going to continue on. But actually, yeah, let's go ahead and update the map once again. And so we are up to 22 of 25 items. The cookie, the name tag, and the watermelon are all that remains. And yeah, if we find a jungle, the cookie and the watermelon will both be very easy to get. And so I think we actually are making progress as long as this is taking. I'll see you guys in a bit. It occurs to me that with the 2 diamonds and the obsidian that I've been carrying around from various villages, we could actually make a book and make an enchanting table and enchant all of our gear. Oh, except for I don't have lapis, and we need lapis to enchant in this. The other thing I could do is make an anvil and just put, like, sharpness 3 on a diamond sword. Like, just for fun and just to break up the monotony, I was thinking about doing some enchanting or applying the book with the anvil or something like that. But now I'm not sure what I want to do. All right, I'll think about it. Well, this just seems to be the episode of the desert temples, because here is yet another desert temple. And this one appears to be open to sunlight. Oh, except for I hear some mobs. Is anybody in here? Not sure exactly where I heard them. All right, I don't see them around here, and so I don't think they're going to jump on my head if I dig down once again. And is anybody down here? Doesn't look like it. I think we're safe once again. Oh, I hear a zombie somewhere, though. I'm a little worried. And let's see. I don't know that I really need to be gathering all of these things. Saddle! I want the saddle. What will I give up? I do not need saplings. We could use that saddle to possibly mount a horse at some point in the plains. And except for then at some point I'm gonna end up crossing an ocean. Oh gee, imagine this, another desert temple. They are just everywhere today. And I don't hear any mobs, which is good. I also don't see any mobs, which is also good. What kind of luck are we going to have in this one? If I find a name tag, then all I need are the jungly things. Another saddle, which I would like to take, but I really don't have the inventory space at this point. I will continue to stock up on this. And this, why not? Guess I could turn iron and gold into blocks, but I'm not going to bother doing that. Still no name tag. Bummer. All right. And... oh, so many things. I will just leave all of those sandstone blocks behind. I don't know if you guys are going to believe this, but just like 2 minutes later, it's another desert temple. I seem to be in a very highly desertified area. And yeah, I was just trying to kind of like skirt across. Whoa, frame rate. Hello. Let me restart the recording. Skirt across the biome boundaries here between the desert and the savanna. Once again, I don't see any bad guys hiding. Oh, hold on. I hear a skeleton. Are you in this room? Yep, there you are. Whoa. Definitely getting a little bit of crazy lag here. And it's about to turn nighttime outside, so let's also be a little wary of that. But it looks safe to go down here and see if we can find our name tags. More emeralds is great. Let me go ahead and break that before I do something foolish. All right, I've got 64 of that, 64 of that. Another saddle that I still don't have room to really take. Lacy. Oops. Can I... zoop? There we go. Hold shift, you can still place a block on top of the chest. I found another village, and I'm at least going to entertain the possibility of trading for the things that I need. And so let's get as many enemies, as many emeralds as we can. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and trade the gold as well. All right, look at that. I have tons and tons. Do you open up new trades after I do that? I don't think you'll have anything that I need. Oh, I could get lapis and then could do some enchanting. Let's go find a farmer, if there is one. I think the farmers are the brown ones. Do I see any farmers here? Got lots of crops. One would imagine that there's a farmer around here. Also, is there a blacksmith? Because I still need a name tag as well. Did I find the one village that doesn't have any farmers? Wouldn't mind grabbing some more torches. Pardon me, guys, while I steal this. Alright, you don't have anything too interesting. I don't have those objects on me. You're also a butcher, I believe, and so you're not also going to have anything that's useful to me. Darn. I don't actually see... well, we got some more emeralds, but I don't actually see a farmer anywhere in this village. I do want to go ahead and kill a cow and make a book. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, just so that I don't forget. because then I could make an enchanting table and then get a bunch of things out of my inventory, and that would make me kind of happy, because my inventory has been impossible to manage for a while now. But let's go ahead. I think an enchanting table seems like a reasonable thing to do with all of this inventory. And hey, look at that. I've got an enchanting table. Terrific. And let's see. I don't need the leather. I don't need this. I really don't need the obsidian at this point, but I could drop it off elsewhere. And let's get that back on the bar. I'm going to do one more quick sweep through the town to make sure I didn't miss a farmer anywhere. And then continue on on this journey that never ends.